Housley, who's down in Key Largo in the thick of the storm surge there, is expected to hit. Adam, conditions have changed just in the last 58 minutes or so since we last saw you.
Yeah, the winds are picking up even more and more here, and if the sound comes back here while we're talking, Harris, I'll stick my microphone up so you can hear it. It's that jet engine sound. I've heard it in other hurricanes. Hurricane Ivan's the one I heard it the loudest in back in 2004, which I believe was a Cat 3 or 4 when it hit Pensacola. It was a massive storm as well, but nothing like this. We went out for a drive since we saw you last too, Harris. It's still safe enough to do that. We drove in our car not far from where we were earlier this afternoon, and the storm surge has already started on the other side of the island. It's only a mile wide or so at the most where we are. Storm surge is already up about 3 feet there. We couldn't even get back to where our location was at before. So we can see that water lapping, and as I stood there, you could see it start coming a little bit and creeping more and more towards the center of the island. So they do expect that storm surge to continue to rise there. We don't know how big it's going to get. We don't know if it's going to come all the way across. We don't know if it's going to come up from this way. We do know this: the conditions continually worsen. The winds continue to pick up. The rain continues to come down, and by some estimates, as much as 20 inches could be coming our way. And that storm still has not even gotten here yet. You know, as we're talking about it, it's just been pounding us. And at least the Keys of Florida, it's been pounding us since about 10 a.m. this morning. So more than 12 hours, we've had wind gusts that gradually got worse. And since probably about 3 or 4 this afternoon, it's been consistently 40 miles an hour most parts of the Keys. So it's been battering so far, and we only have more coming this way, Harris.
All right. It absolutely scares me that you've been driving around. Please don't do that again, because you don't know which way the water is going to come from.
No, Harris, just so you know, you got to understand, we're not going to put ourselves in harm's way. Our crew's all done this before. We have a jacked up 4-wheel drive vehicle. We went to an area where there was not a lot of trees around, so we were live earlier today. There were boats and stuff, and we stayed back. We couldn't even get down there, but you could see the water coming in. We just had to see, to be able to tell the viewers at home where that water's coming from. Is that surge coming? And I think, as we've seen with forecasters, they're doing the best they can trying to follow this storm and all those models. But, you know, on the ground, and the guys that are flying into the storm at the high levels, that's really the best way to kind of determine what we're really going to see. We don't really know for sure. And if we're already getting a 3-foot surge on that side of Key Largo, and we're probably going to be 30 miles or so from, depending on how it comes across, from the actual eye, that's a pretty significant surge already this early.
That's an excellent point. Adam, we will come back for certain to check in with you, because where you are were where the first hurricane force winds determined that this was in fact a hurricane aimed right for Florida, and it has arrived in the Keys. Thank you very much, Adam. Stay safe.